Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for April the 1st. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. I was just going to say we're going to pull one card for overall energy. Came right out on the table. That's the one we're going to go with. All right, so we'll also pull one card for each sign, and we'll see how those energies work together for our predictions of the day. Overall energy is showing up as the Eight of Swords. For those of you who are wondering, this is the Light Seer's Tarot. So, Eight of Swords talks about this idea of limitation. A lot of times it's very much limitation that has to do with what we're thinking, what's in our minds. This can talk about the idea of overthinking, of getting to the point where we're on the verge of making a decision and then kind of going in circles over and over and over again, which causes, what is that phrase? Analysis paralysis, lack of action, because we don't feel like we've thought this through first. For some people, Eight of Swords sometimes is about literally being in jail as well. That's not something I usually talk about, but it can talk about that. Eight of Swords or Nine of Wands, either ones can talk about that. But generally, this is a mental prison that we have ourselves in. And generally, we have ourselves in this prison because of our perspective. Our perspective has us kind of locked up to where we are putting limitations on ourselves that other people really are not generally. And so if we can, the key with this card is that if we can look at this from another perspective, then we can understand it and we can move forward, get out of that analysis paralysis. I like to imagine, having a conversation with the postman, because the mailman doesn't know anything about what's going on. They're definitely objective, and imagining if he was hearing or she was hearing this story, what would they think about it? What would they have to say about it from that objective perspective? And sometimes just imagining having a conversation like that is enough to help you find a perspective that works for you. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you actually have to have a conversation with somebody who's neutral or objective to help you move forward from this. Just kind of depends how deeply embroiled you are. All right, so, boy, there was a lot to say about that card. I think we're ready for each month. We've shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. Okay. Aries. I said each month, each sign. So Aries, you guys have the Seven of Swords showing up here. I like it. A lot of people put the Seven of Swords along with like robbery or sneaking out, doing things on the down low. That's my favorite interpretation of it, is doing things on the down low. But the other thing the Seven of Swords can be is it can be making a strategy, like actively making a strategy. So this basically says, Aries, that you're already working on breaking free from that overthinking because you are making a strategy about how to move forward. So once you've got that strategy, then follow through with it. And then you won't have to keep overthinking. A lot of times it's just a decision. One decision away from overthinking or not overthinking. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Taurus. Six of Cups coming up here. Taurus, there's something going on from our past that we have some very pleasant memories about, and that is causing us to overthink some kind of situation in our I almost said in our future. Maybe for some of you it is in the future, but for a lot of us it's present. We're remembering how things used to be, and that is impacting how we are interacting in the present. We may want to consider if that's uh, the most effective way to go through our lives. All right, let's look at Gemini. So Geminis, you guys have the Knight of Pentacles showing up here. This is just telling me that you have some overthinking going on about how you are bringing in money. You're kind of thinking in circles about bringing in money and how that works for you in your world. Next up, let's look at Cancer. Devil card coming in reverse. So Cancers, this is interesting because it looks to me like you've overcome some kind of toxicity already, and now you're overthinking that situation. You have done good. Pat yourself on the back and allow yourself to move forward now, honey. Don't be thinking about going back in there. We don't run back into the fire after all the kids have been rescued. That's kind of the sense that I'm getting, like you're thinking about running back into this toxic situation, horrible place. But the kids are rescued already, so stop. Stop doing that. Okay? Allow yourself to recognize that you've done good. All right, so that's for Cancers. Next up, we're looking at Leo, Leo. My dad's first name is Leo. Is it? Maybe it's his middle name. There's some confusion about that in the family. Anyway, one of his names is Leo. Ba, 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 ba. I think actually his, well, okay. Let's go back to cards, huh? All right, so Leo's Two of Cups coming up in reverse with the Eight of Swords. Two of Cups in reverse. Leos, you guys have a situation with something that you used to really be fascinated by, drawn to, and really want to spend more time getting involved with and participating in. And now you could kind of take it or leave it. It's interesting how this is showing up because now it looks like with that overall energy, you're kind of overthinking this. You're like, but wait, this is what I really wanted. This is what I really loved. Why do I feel this way now? And you're just thinking in circles about it. Don't think in circles. Be here now. Be here now, Leo. Next, let's look at Virgo. Eight of Wands coming up in reverse. This is what has you really overthinking. There's been some kind of fall off in communication with somebody else, maybe a group of somebody else's for some of you, but for most of you with one person. And it has you really thinking in circles about, well, what happened? Are they okay? Do they not like me? You're really just thinking in circles around on this thing, and it's not getting you anywhere. It's wasting you a lot of time and energy and effort. All right, that is Virgo. Next up, we're looking at Scorpio. Hermit card coming out in reverse. Boop-ba-da-doop, boop, boop. Hermit card talks about this idea that we have spent some time by ourselves reflecting, setting new priorities, figuring out what makes us tick, what makes us happy, what makes us sad, etc. With this Eight of Swords, we are thinking about coming out to the world now and moving forward with some of those priorities that we've set, but we've got a little bit of a confidence issue. We're overthinking it. We're trapping ourselves. We're not allowing ourselves to come out to the world with these new priorities right now because we're overthinking. Probably we're overthinking the reactions of the other person for most of us or other people around us. The truth will set you free. I have found that to always be true. Who is this? I thought that was Scorpio. That's not enough cards. Now I'm all confused. Who all did I read for? All right, well, that was Virgo, and I skipped straight to Scorpio. Okay, so we need to read Libra. Okay, so Libra, Page of Swords. By the way, I know you guys are wondering, okay, was that really Libra's card or Scorpio's card? It was Scorpio's card, otherwise I wouldn't have said Scorpio a zillion and one times and not even realized it was out of order till after I was done. If I had realized in the middle, it might have applied to both. I don't think that's the case. I think this card just needed to come out for Libra. That card needed to be for Scorpio. Libras. Page of Swords showing up here. This just talks to me about the idea of digging in for information. I think Spirit's really giving you some advice or heads up that if you dig in for more information, then you quit overthinking things and you start to know what direction you need to go. So find more information, do more research. Okay. All right, that's for Libra. Blah, ba, da, 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 Sagittarius. So sorry about the confusion earlier, guys. Sagittarius, star card. What on earth? Sagittarius feeling hopeful about something, but overthinking it and overthinking it and overthinking it. How about we take some action, guys? Let's take some action and see if this hope is here for a reason. Here for a good reason, right? Capricorn, Four of Cups showing up in reverse. Capricorn, I think you have a situation that you start the day off really overthinking, thinking in circles about, but by the end of the day, I think you're not allowing yourself to continue to do that. You're taking yourself out of pity party mode. You're focusing on what are the opportunities in front of me now. Yes, I've been through some disappointments, but I'm not going to marinate in them. I'm going to focus on the opportunities and go with those. Okay, so that's who that is. Capricorn. Yep, okay. Next up, we're looking at Aquarius. King of Pentacles showing up in reverse for Aquarius. Aquarius, I think you've got somebody in your sphere of influence who is um, not at their best right now. They have a lot of really great potential, but they're not using it. And I think you're looking at how can I help this person without letting them take over my life, is what I'm hearing. And so you're thinking and overthinking, what could the solution possibly be? Great time to get a reading. Just saying. Next up, Pisces. Two of Swords. Pisces, you've got the key. Thinking and overthinking about something until you make a decision. Sometime afternoon today, you'll make a decision and start moving forward with that, which is going to put an end to that thinking and overthinking. Once you've made that decision, there's no turning back. There's no going back to second guessing. All there is then is moving forward. Good for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here with me. I do appreciate some of your precious time as you spend it with me. And of course, you guys are my sponsors, so please put a thumbs up, share this video, and put comments down below. Also, I am looking forward to reading for some of you. What's today, April 1st? Some of you, I'll be reading for you guys at For Heaven's Sake over in Applewood on Youngfield Street today. And the rest of you guys, I'll see you back on the next video. Peace out.